Yeah. This is what this show is all about, what's about to take place right here. I know we have a vast array of guests that come on this show, Mike Muse. Whether it's political figures that go as high as the White House, some of the most powerful leaders of the world have been on this show, Tracy G.
This is absolute fact.
Some of the biggest names in Hollywood, from producers to agents, have been on this show. Some of the illest singers that have ever blessed the R&B circuit and soul music have been on this show. Some icons, Heather.
Icons.
Gladys Knight has been on this show.
Patti LaBelle.
Earth, Wind, and Fire has been on this show. Nile Rodgers has been on this show. They've all been on this show. Some of the biggest rappers of all time have been through these channels at some point in their life. They had to be affected and impacted by this show. Or what this show has evolved to from way back in the day with Sway and Tech and the world-famous Wake Up Show, where an artist by the name of Nasty Nas was the first voice that people ever heard played on that show back in 1991. To now in 2018, June 6th, here on Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5, an artist who personifies what the game should be like in hip-hop today. Somebody who's well-rounded as an MC, somebody who's well-rounded when it comes to his image, clean-cut young man, very knowledgeable, intellectual. You could tell by the way he writes his bars, Heather B. We complain and talk about a whole lot of stuff when Tracy G does her Celebrity Wire. Mostly what we're talking about is who shot at what and missed.
Keyword missed.
Get out, Slay.
But today,
show. who missed?
People missing, Heather. They shooting, they aiming, and they missing. They depressed. Things ain't happening the way they want it to happen.
Right.
They putting out a lot of fucked up energy in the universe, and it's giving them a lot of fucked up energy back. So when a young man that comes on this show, unknown, a lot of folks don't know who he is. He's on the rise. He got something to prove, and he's surrounded by a bunch of lions. Those are hyenas that went on to make it. And he's asked to show and prove, and he steps to the mic, and he doesn't falter, and he does something like this. Yeah. Don't cuff that mic, though.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Yeah. Check. I got a thing for Benzes, throttle engines, hottest lenses, watches in Taraji Henson. Fuck the fame, cause the game breeds phony friendships. My homie was the co-defendant. I had more to lose. We hit a lick, spent it all on shoes. Lawyer, now he calling who? What's a boy to do? A southern nigga with these up north flows. Got more hoes than my childhood wardrobe. A lot of the times, niggas line they rhymes. In order to live forever, you gotta die in your prime. Too broke for white folk. Too rich to be in the mix. That's life, though. Walking this tightrope.
Oh, man. Wow. You know who that was? The one and only Nick Grant. And that's who it is today in our studios. Battle tested. Well approved.
Yes.
Yeah.
The likes of Nasty Nas. The likes of Heather B.
Yeah.
The likes of Jeezy. The likes of me. We all love this guy, Nick Grant. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah,
Start up flow, man. You make me feel like
you with a bar. You the boss, right?
Can I go on the next project?
Thank you for having me. For sure. I was about to pull out my phone. I needed that.
Yeah, go ahead. Take them bars, man. That's allowed now.
For sure.
Wow.
He on one today.
Wow,
Shots on the low.
Different times.
Yeah.
That was back in 2015.
Wow.
Time is flying. I told you that yesterday.
Yeah.
Time is moving so fast.
Time is moving so fast. But what I appreciate is, you know, I see a lot of folks, and I'm not. It's not a knock. It's my observation. Once they get that energy, once they get that backing, a lot of times they lose that hunger, you know, and they lose that dedication.
Absolutely.
And so the projects they start putting out don't reflect what we thought they were in the first place.
Damn.
You know, in your case, each time, whether it's a seat at the table, +1, whether it's 88.
Thank you for bringing that one up.
Nobody talks about that one.
Yeah, not a lot. I put a lot into that.
That was it was 88. Then it was that one, right? Yeah.
That's like some of the best rapping I've ever done
Uh-huh.
on that project. That seat at the table project. Yeah.
But isn't that ironic? Because that's one of your best projects you've done to date.
Yeah.
The least amount of people talk about it. Why do you think that is?
I just think it was like freestyles. People at that point wanted to hear like original records.
Okay.
And that was something that they knew I was already capable of doing. like just getting on somebody else's beats and just rhyming.
Mhm.
But yeah, they were just ready for like, original material at that point. So yeah,
Okay. And so when you put
that's what I
out,
believe. That's just me looking at the situation. Yeah.
they're ready for original material.
I was gonna say, like, as an artist, how do you sort of rebound from that? And I don't mean it like you are down in the dumps, but you do have to pick yourself up after you work so hard on the project, put it out, and you get like maybe not the reception that you wanted. Is your tactic to just go right back in the studio and start over again, or you just sit back and chill and then?
I use that as like fuel. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Mm.
kind of get back in place and get back, pick myself up and just write the next rhyme again. And maybe they didn't get it. Maybe they just didn't like it. It wasn't for them. But the thing is just to keep going. In this business, you just got to keep going. Like when I first came in, I was like so naive and I didn't know a whole lot. And I took everything serious. But I still do. But it's like, all right, I'm looking at it from a different viewpoint. Like I'm climbing. So, the higher you go, your view gets better. So I'm seeing different things.
That's a drawing. Write that down. That's a gem right there. That's a gem right there. The higher you go, the view gets better. So you came back with Return of the Cool, but still you rapping your ass off. I think when you put out A Seat at the Table +1, 2 was at a time where the style that was popular was what we call mumble rap. I don't know why. I never really like that term,
Right.
And it was becoming abundant.
Man. Still is, though.
It still is abundant, but there's room because you got the Kendricks, you got the Coles, you got people who are able to break through all of that and create a balance. But you living in Atlanta, right? Do you feel like it got consumed? Like people just couldn't, like the mentality wasn't ready for something so lyrical where you were, or?
I just felt like I just always wanted to do me and what inspired me, whether I got a record deal or not. I feel like if I didn't have a record deal, I would still be at home writing songs. I just love it that much.
Okay.
And another thing for me too is like I heard Nas tell this to me, and he was like, "Yo, man, I could fall off today. As long as the culture is in a better place, then I contributed to kind of put it in a better place. Then I'm cool with that. Like, everything else is like minuscule and minor. It ain't really major. Like, I don't take myself that serious. I do. I take the craft serious, but me, I just want to contribute and have a voice. But
Nas told you that?
Yeah.
After tens of millions of dollars, I'm sure that's easy to say.
It is. But I took it as genuine though. I took it as genuine.
You think it's genuine?
Yeah, it was genuine.
Okay. I feel like as a late, what has Nas? What kind of information that he given you?
It was so much game. Just I don't want y'all to hit the button on me, but it was so much game on that tour. Yeah. Ow. Where's that?
You ain't. Hold on. Don't give him the owl. Don't give him the owl because he asked. Oh, come on, man. See, you can't get the owl till you say what the game was.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got you.
The owl in the pants.
You gotta qualify the stunt.
We just talked about, my position in the game and how he feel like it's a good time for me and how I'm needed. Just keep pushing forward. I'm headed down the right path, and he loved what I'm doing. So
I love it because I think when we first met you, like Nas may have been the first name that we spoke about.
Yeah, absolutely.
When very early on, we were like, remember when we first heard Nas spit, and not making comparisons are not good in that all the time, but not putting the pressure on you. But I'm so glad that God allowed that to come full circle for you. Every time I follow you on the gram and see you with Nas, I'm just like, yes, things can happen for people.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. That's like storybook. I don't want to say ending, but it's like storybook moments, in my journey. So
y'all starting to look alike too.
Yeah, it is the mannerisms and stuff. Yeah.
You starting to look like Nas, though.
Crazy.
Nick, in 2018, the vast majority of humans are addicted to their phones, and in a lot of ways, I feel like that contributes to lower quality music in some ways because a lot of comparison that can happen, the distractions. With you in the evolution of your writing, have you created a different relationship with your phone?
Nah, I'm still like very much in my phone.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that's going on that you might hear in the music, I have to like pay attention to because, I don't want to say unfortunately, but unfortunately, you got to know what's going on out here in this new state of hip hop to kind of keep yourself relevant. I would never like stray away from like the essence and what I grew up listening to, but you kind of got to know what's going on. And stay
Right.
hip. You got to stay hip. So the phone is like a major influence in that, major part of that. So, yeah.
Do you maybe like stay away from some of your peers, like looking at what they're doing all the time? Or
I watch all of my peers.
Okay.
Just so I can know. That's for me. That's like the art of war. That's how I kind of judge. Like if I like your album or if I don't like it, I know how high and how hard I gotta go. It's like to shoot to make mine that much
sense.
better. Yeah.
Right.
I watch my peers, like, I check to see what Obama is doing and stuff. So what MJ got going on?
That was a good one.
See how the
stop button work?
That's how the owl works.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just curious. We had this kid. I don't know if you heard of him or not. This kid Jay Park. He's the first Asian American who signed to Rock Nation.
Wow.
And when he was here, he talked about seeing Jay-Z for the first time, and he didn't really get that moment with him to get advice. Jay just kind of was like, "Thank you for trusting us," and then was out the door. So for you to get that time with Nas was pretty significant. So
right.
what do you feel you're in a position to give that kind of advice in your career to somebody else that's lower than you?
Absolutely. Like whatever game I have, I share with anybody. Whatever, any way that I can help. Just advice on how to move, and when you do your interviews and got to prepare for freestyles, they like to call me about the freestyles.
They call you about that?
Yeah, like yo, I be writing a lot, and I got to prepare. Like, how do you go around the country and do these raps all the time? But like whatever game I have and anything that I've learned, I love to share it. Because I look at myself like a crash dummy, right? The next person should be better and should be more safe and be more protected as they're traveling. So you should be better than me, as you coming into this thing. So that's how I look at it.
Wow, that's confidence too.
Nick Grant, man, Dreamin' Out Loud is the mixtape. Is out now.
Hey, Nick, I have a question. We talk about Nas a lot, and to me, what makes Nas one of the best lyricists out there is that his love for reading and literature that he talked about growing up and how well read he was. With you, you're a great lyricist too as well. Like, what do you draw from to get your point of view? Like, what types of books, what genres, what's your source of inspiration?
I watch a lot of movies. I read, but I don't read as much as I should. I feel like I should, but I draw from like a lot of movies, a lot of childhood experiences. I feel like that's the best place for me, just living in those uncomfortable places. I feel like uncomfortable places for me, I make my best art. So,
Nice.
Nick Grant is here. Dreamin' Out Loud is the mixtape. Is out now. Interesting thing about you, because you don't hear Nick in a bunch of controversy or anything like that. In fact, if you look at him, you might think this dude is pretty mild mannered and clean cut. But what's been the rough times in your life? You got a jail record?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I do actually. I'm so embarrassed to say what it's about.
No stump button on that one.
You don't want the owl?
So stupid. Nah, I don't want the owl for that. Hell nah.
No, I want it.
Yeah, just got caught up in doing the wrong things, trying to take something that didn't belong to me and got caught.
You was stealing?
Trying to rob.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, trying to rob and got caught up in. That was like my first major thing that kind of made me, pin into really what I was doing. Like, all right, what am I out here doing? I really need to just focus and do this. This shit ain't for me.
Like when you get caught on your first try, the man upstairs is like, look, fam, you are definitely going down the wrong road.
Go over there.
Go over there.
Ain't your life.
Was it a personal or a venue or?
It was a person. Yeah, I had like a falling out with, and he said like the wrong thing, and my mind just went blank.
Okay.
We went to work, or tried to go to work,
and then ended up going to court and ended up
going
to prison.
That's the worst shit you can go through. I swear to God.
Okay. You ever been back?
Nah, I haven't been back. Minor shit. I got my license was suspended, but.
That's gangster, son.
It's so gangster. But that's like the only thing. Nothing else besides that.
Okay. This mixtape is I've been sitting there thinking while we've been talking, because I just kind of go off the cuff what I want to play first off the mixtape. But there's a couple songs that are really powerful. That Father Figure song, I want to come back and talk about that in a little bit. But there's a track you got called Lincoln Apartments.
Right.
You see that one on cue? What is that about?
So if you listen to the sequence of the album, Father Figure comes in, and then it's a record called The Funeral that ties right immediately after that. So it sets up the record for Lincoln Apartment. So the record Linkin Apartment. So if you listen, it's like my father left me, but he also left me in like this treacherous neighborhood where I had to fend for myself. And the neighborhood kind of taught me everything that I knew at that point in my life. So it's kind of like my love-hate relationship for him because he left, and it's also a love-hate relationship with my neighborhood. How I hate going back, but I love the people there. So it's just tying that. So if you listen, it's like what love means to me and what hate means to me. So
in Lincoln Apartments, so is that apartment complex you lived in? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the name of it, Lincoln Apartments.
You got how many brothers?
I got one brother.
One brother?
2 sisters.
And 2 sisters?
Yep.
They were living there at the same time too?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was 4 of y'all?
It was 4 of us, yeah.
Okay, and single mother?
Single mother, yep.
Yeah. And failed robbery attempt. Okay, all right, cool. So we're going to play this and come back. Nick Grant is here, man. 888-742-3345.
Nice.
Beautiful music right there.
Thank you, sir.
Woo! Jay from North Carolina. What up? Nick Grant in here.
Jay.
What's up?
What you think of that, man?
Yo, I don't know. I barely could speak because that gave me so much chills. I mean, just being completely honest, that was some of the craziest. Like, I don't know. I'll take that kind of music over half the shit on the radio any day of the week.
Wow. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You know what you got to do, Jay? Man, I want to challenge you. Anybody who's listening, man, in order to get this kind of music on the radio, you got to go and support it, man. Get this dude, get his numbers up, man. Get that mixtape.
100%.
You know what I mean,
Absolutely.
Jay? Stream Dreamin' Out Loud. Do all of that stuff. Help, man, because it's worth it. He got other songs we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that.
Aaron in South Carolina, go ahead.
Hey.
Hey, man. What's up, Nick?
What's good, brother?
What's up, Sway? What's up?
What up, man? hey, ain't you from South Carolina?
Yeah, I am from South Carolina. What part of South Carolina are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Walterboro.
Oh,
shit. That's where you
That's
from.
where I'm from.
Yeah, man.
Is this a nigga you robbed?
Yo, wow.
Hey, Nick.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, Nick, this Pluto Dash, man.
I'm sorry, say that again?
This Pluto Dash, man.
Oh, what up, boy?
What up, man? Yeah, I was
I know him.
Oh, man. I wanted to call in, you know what I'm saying, so y'all supporting, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Walterboro needs you, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's what's up, man. They calling from the. I don't think we never got a call from Walterboro, South Carolina, man.
I'm sure.
Damn it.
I bet.
Yeah. All right. I didn't even know they had it out there. That's what's up, man. Spread the word. Coleman in Indianapolis. What up, Coleman? What up?
Hey.
What up, Coleman?
Hey, what's up, Sway? Heather B, everybody in the whole. How y'all doing?
What's good,
Good morning, brother.
Hey, I just want to call in, man, give love to Nick Grant. Man, look, when I heard that first freestyle when you was down there in Atlanta, Sway, for the BET Awards,
Yep.
man, that dude said, I don't use the N-word in white cars. Oh, my God.
That's dope.
Man, come on.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Man, if you are anywhere close to Nashville, man, I want to take my son to come see you.
For sure. Definitely.
Are you coming anywhere anytime soon?
Not soon, but we working on it for sure. I'll definitely have some tour dates out very soon, and you can just pick from there.
Yeah, follow him on social media. Coleman, he's always posting stuff.
At Nick Grant Music.
Okay. All right, great, good. All right, good, man. Hey, man, I want to get into this one song, man. Okay. I just need you to break down some of the meaning behind the lyrics. It's something that we did with Nas years ago. I keep bringing up Nas. You got your own person, but one time we had Nas come up on the Wake Up Show, and it used to be hard as hell to get him to freestyle, right? Just freestyle off the top, and he said, "Yo, man, I don't really do that right." Man. And so we asked him to, he said, okay, well, we're going to give you a beat, man. We're going to play a song when you come back. Can you write while we play this song and come back and then spit what you wrote? It was like the illest 12 bars we ever heard. You know what I mean? Wow. That he ended up writing during the song and the whole nine. But back then we started this thing called Lyrical Breakdown. Right. You know, this was like in the early 90s. So I want to do that now.
Let's do it. I don't get it. What exactly don't you get?
Breaking down the lyrics you may not understand.
What the hell did you just say?
It's the Lyrical Breakdown.
I can break it down like whatever you want.
On Sway in the Morning.
Yeah, man. So you got a song called Father Figure.
Yes.
A lot of people can relate to it. Personally, I've heard a lot of songs about fathers. I could identify with it in some sense, but this one I felt like you were kind of singing my song in a sense.
Wow.
Because I didn't grow up with my father. You know, loved him, never had any problems with him. But I thought it was really interesting the way you went into some of these lyrics. So, first of all, why did you write this song, Father Figure?
I had like a recent conversation with my mom just about everything. We just sat down and just talked about everything. And that was like really the first time we ever did that. You know, our relationship is like sister and brother, being that my grandmother raised me. So like when my mom comes around, it's like the rest of the family just hate us together because we just laugh at everything. But we just had a serious conversation, and we just talked about everything. And it was so much on my heart at that point that I never got to let go, because before my father passed, you know, we had a bunch of disagreements that we never got to settle. Had this one disagreement, and like 2 weeks later, he passed away. So I felt like that. I felt like I had to touch on that, and in a crazy way, a lot of the people around me, like my friends, my best friends, unfortunately, we were going through the same thing. This is everybody's story around me, so I feel like this is something that, you know, we have to touch on as black men, for sure.
Okay. My father passed in 2009, so that's even more the reason. You start off when I was a young nigga, you were like my idol.
Yeah.
Still you left me for pussy. This shit just goes in cycles.
Yeah.
He left the family for another woman? Or?
That was just what was going on in the house. He was like in and out of the crib, like dealing with different women, like upsetting my mom. You know, she had her own little thing going too, but I feel like as the man in the family, you gotta kind of set the example more so.
Okay.
You know, you're like the lead, you're like the head, so you kind of gotta. She's there. She's the strongest piece of the family to support you, but she has to roll with your decision. And at that point, even as a young kid, I'm like 6 years old. You know, I kind of knew like, man, this ain't right. Something ain't right. But you know, as kids, we can't articulate it. You know, we don't really know what to say or how to say it. And you know, you were my superhero, so it's kind of hard to articulate certain things to you out of ego, out of fear, or whatever it may be. But yeah, that was it. That was it. And cycle, to play on words, cycle, pussy, all that stuff.
Okay.
Just kind of wanted to dress it up a little bit.
And it's interesting you say at 6 you were able to detect that, because a lot of when folks go through these issues at home, when parents adults go through these issues, and you got kids in the house, we always say, man, it's about the kids.
Because kids feel.
These kids feel it, right?
They feel it. They can't articulate, but kids feel everything.
For sure. I know I did, and you know, music was my escape. That's the only way I can get away from all the stuff that was happening like consistently in my household as a kid. So
okay,
that's why I always talk about these legendary people. That's a big piece of, you know, where I come from, for sure.
Man, it's a shame. Got to watch your path when the ones that guide you. Wish I could be more two-faced it, because shit, I look just like you.
Wow. Yeah, we look just alike, act just alike. Is crazy. So you would think like you wouldn't be able to deny somebody that looked just like exactly like you, that came from you, that grew to be just like you in certain ways. But yeah, like I had to watch my path. Like you gotta be careful, because you allow other people to come in and raise you and teach you different things, and things that I didn't need to learn, like how to try to go rob somebody, you know. So these people in these neighborhoods, and you know, your family also come in to raise you, but he shouldn't have allowed that. So yeah.
Your daddy looked like Nas, huh? all right, okay, hold on, man. Stop, man. Hold on, let's keep moving. All right, it's a serious song. All right, Heart on My Sleeve was barely 5 and watched my mama cry. You blackened her eye because you was snaking, had her wrapped in lies.
Yeah.
He used to hit your mom?
Yeah, for sure. Like they used to hit each other. It was crazy. Like when my mom would like get a new boyfriend because he was stepping out and doing different things, it would get like violent, like just throwing rocks through the window just to come in the crib, kicking the door down, shooting at the crib, like your kids are in the house, and just different things that were just happening. You know, that kind of made me look at life like, man, like at what point is it gonna get better for me? At what point are things gonna change to kind of, you know, it was a lot of that. Yeah. But he wasn't just like 100% to blame for that. It was my mom too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you ever want a family? You want
Absolutely.
kids?
Absolutely. It's like soon too. But I gotta finish
some water for you, brother.
Fucking up the world. Thank you.
It's a dope. No, when you get a chance, Omar Epps actually wrote a dope book, and you say Sway repeating your lyrics and saying all this. He wrote a dope book called From Fatherless to Fatherhood. Wow. And I know you said you don't read, but pick that book up.
Yeah,
it's
for
dope.
sure.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
The actor.
Dope.
Since you watch movies, you know.
Okay. From fatherless to fatherhood.
Yeah, from fatherless to fatherhood.
Great title.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'm gonna skip through some of the lines. So asinine, my beginnings, no different. We were you and living poor. Used to beat my brother because you said the nigga wasn't yours.
Well, yeah, that's another piece of it. That goes back to where I say he wasn't 100% to blame. You know, my mom was doing things too. You know, she had another child on him that she probably tricked and made him think he was his. You know, but I guess they didn't really do the research with it. And you know how it is sometimes when you see. You know, they take those frustrations out on the kid, and you know, this was things everybody would tell me, not just, you know, my brother would say stuff, but I'd be like, oh man, you just saying stuff to kind of make your story seem that much more difficult. And, but I actually heard it from my father. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, I used to take a lot of it out on him. You know. Yeah.
How did your father pass? If you don't mind me asking.
Heart failure.
Heart failure.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to stop reading the lyrics there. I just wanted to give some people some insight on who Nick Grant is.
For sure.
You know, because we always talk about the lyrics and we have fun and the whole nine, but I know there's so many layers to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I think it's time for the public to know.
Right.
And this song does it well. We're going to come back and show a whole nother side of Nick Grant, too, when we come back. All right, Sway in the Morning. His father figure. Whew. Man, that's Nick Grant, father figure right here, man. Follow Nick Grant.
Thank you.
Oh, no, absolutely. At Nick Grant Music, right?
At Nick Grant Music, yeah.
Nick Grant Music. The new project is Dreamin Out Loud. It's available now. I need all you guys to get up on that, man. We got Fidel on the line from Chicago. Go ahead, Fidel. What'd you like to say to Nick Grant?
Hey, Fidel.
What's up? Top of the morning, Sway.
Top of the morning.
Hi, good morning.
I hope to be a citizen. Hey, Nick Grant, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, that's some real grown. I'm feeling good, man. And yourself, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
All right, brother. Let me just tell you something, man. I haven't seen your picture yet. I don't know what you look like. I just been hearing them talk about your buzz for a long time. I've been hearing your music, man. Kind of paying attention a little bit because I'm driving this truck and shit. But, dude, you got me in tears right here, man. Wow. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. This was some of the deepest shit I heard, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for not letting it go in vain, for real. I appreciate you.
Hey, Fidel, man.
No,
you all right, Fidel?
Yes, sir.
You good, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, good. Hold on. I'm just about to cut the Bluetooth down. Hold on. Give me that. Give me that 1 second. Okay, good. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you, man. Take your time with it, man. Sound like you crying right now, brother.
Well, I'm just trying to get it together, Sway. You know, it's a beautiful day, actually, man. I'm in Chicago. It's a beautiful day, man. But then you're going to play this right here, man. I don't know my dad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know my dad at all, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same type of cycle that you're talking about, kid. And when you hear somebody articulate that shit, it ain't necessarily my whole story as far as the drugs and the beating and shit, but it's the same shit, the absentee shit. It's the feeling, man.
Right.
You put all that shit on paper and then put it to music, man. Hey, that shit is, hey, it's incredible, Nick. Good job, man. Good job,
man. I appreciate you, man. God bless you, for real.
Hey, man, we love you, bro. Fidel, you're a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning, brother. Stay safe on that road, too.
Stay strong.
Nick, on the topic of important conversations for Black men, how do you feel about therapy?
I feel like it's cool. I mean, it's all about perspective. Once again, I always say that. It's all about your perspective. But me, I talk to God. I talk to family. I talk to people that, you know, understand me the most. But, you know, I'm not against it.
Right.
But,
All right. We got YA in Phoenix. Go ahead. What'd you like to say?
Hey, what's going on with y'all? What's up, Sway, man?
What's
going
up?
on?
What's up, family?
Grant, man.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm just living, man. I'm living, man. I'm a long-time citizen from the Bay in Phoenix. I'm going to make this real short, though, man. I'm going through a divorce. Been married for like 18 years, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out the feds, married to my wife, going through a divorce. She cheating. I was going to go do something yesterday. I went to my old house. I was going to go do something yesterday. and something bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I heard my dad, bro. I heard my dad. My dad died in '92.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And this on everything I love, bro. I heard my dad, bro. And I'm like, damn, I ain't never heard him before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went and took the paperwork back. You know what I'm saying? I took some paperwork and I went put it back in the house, bro. And I woke up this morning, just turned on the radio, rolled my first my babe blunt, because I'm a Frisco nigga.
Okay.
Turned on the radio, and this song, bro, this father song. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I know this ain't no, you know, just happened to happen shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just happened to happen, bro. I'm going through a divorce, my only girlfriend that I ever had. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is just leading me in the right direction, bro. So I just want to let you know, from a dude who ain't really never heard your music, but I believe in a lot of shit, bro. This shit is real music, bro, and it worked. You know what I'm saying?
That's love, man. Thank you. Keep pushing.
Woo.
I appreciate you.
YA, man, we love you, bro. You're a citizen, man.
That's way in the morning.
Man, focus on the good, brother. Yeah. And he got other joints on the project too, Dreamin Out Loud, that I know you're going to like. He got a joint called The Ode that we going to end this, with momentarily. But I got Keely on the line. She's a single mother from Detroit.
Hey,
Good morning, Keely.
What up,
hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
So it's interesting. I'm out on lunch break, but I'm staying in my car. I came in on 2 songs ago dealing with Nick Grant. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the message. It's very interesting as a single mother. It's good just to hear it come from a Black man to express some feelings of how you would see things as a child. And it just makes me realize some things that I already knew in regards to me and my child's father, as we have our struggles and stress. But I'm loving it. I will be following him for sure. Love what you're doing, Nick, and just keep doing it. You know, we always talk about the different types of rap styles out here, what have you, but it's a little it's a lot for everybody. And this right here is something for sure for me.
Thank you so much. Love you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Damn, Nick.
That's amazing.
Got us all up in tears up in here, man. What the hell Nick Grant doing coming on here? Heather, shoot, I want to get emotional.
I know, but you know what? The truth will do that, though.
Yeah.
You know, the truth will make you think about your own life and what's going on with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, you nailed that song, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It
sure.
took a lot. It took a lot to write, you know, put me in a very, very vulnerable place. But, you know, it was needed. You know, the dopest part about this record was a kid hit me on Instagram, 18 years old, I think he said, had an issue with his father. And he said the song was like just like these calls, like it made it possible for him to let go of all that, you know, regret and anger and all that stuff he was harboring. So, yeah, that's what it was for, you know, somebody to kind of clean up that relationship before, you know, you can never be able to do it again. I don't want nobody to feel what I felt, so.
Yeah.
You know what it is, too? Not that I ever have an issue with my dad, but songs like this make you think about where your parents were at your age.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
important to think about.
when you, like, 21 and you know you're like, damn, what if I had 2 kids or 3 kids? Like, what kind of nigga would I be? Yeah. You know what I mean? It makes you wonder.
Absolutely.
You know, so a lot of times we can't hold them so much at fault.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're human too. They make mistakes. We look at them like superheroes, but you know they're human. You know?
And I'm wondering the power of the song, just from our callers that we just heard from. How did you feel after you wrote the song and you put it to music and you finished the song? The reason why I ask that is because Black men, we normally aren't expressive with our feelings. We keep it all bottled up inside. And so for those who are opposed to therapy, right, and just want to pray about it, which is fine. Like,
let me say this too.
Sure.
I think men in general, you know, too, a Black man specifically, but men in general have a problem being it. Like this dude right here, you know, he you know, I'm sure Wonder could attest to that too. That, you know, we don't just wear our feelings on our sleeves, right? But go ahead, finish your question.
That's simply what it was. I'm curious, how did you feel after that, right? And then how would you encourage other men who have different feelings and emotions to get it out, to kind of give themselves some healing?
After I had the conversation with my mom, like I wrote it probably 3 times to kind of scale back on some things, but to kind of still get my point across. But after it was done, I didn't want to put it out. I was like, nah, ain't no way I'm doing this. Because I'm so reserved. Like, I don't like people knowing a whole lot about me unless I have that type of trust and respect for them. But to put this out was like, you know, but is bigger than me. Being on these platforms, there's so many people that would want to sit here and tell those stories. So I can't take that for granted. I have a responsibility. Yeah, right. I'm committed. So
you're committed. Yeah. You got a responsibility. He's going to take accountability. And when you committed and you got a responsibility, you taking accountability on Sway in the Morning, Shade 45, then you also know what? You got to have bars! Sway in the Morning, what are hyenas at?
You are now entering the 5 fingers of death.
Wow.
DJ Wonder plays 5
We're doing the
unique
5
beats
fingers?
to
Here
test
we
your
go,
lyrical skill.
baby.
I saw the look in his eyes. This guy is crazy.
Many have tried.
I'm the best. This is just another chance for me to prove it.
But many have failed.
We're gonna try to do a little something.
It's the 5 fingers of death.
Hold up, though. We took it back to the original version of the 5 Fingers of Death, designed to trip you up.
Let's go.
The BPMs, the tempo of the songs are going to switch up, Nick Grant.
Wow.
Good luck, DJ Wonder.
Classic.
Yeah. That's how we gonna start you off. Beat number 1.
Right.
Okay, now this the year you niggas gotta hear my rhymes. I'm tired of saying shit every year like this year's mine. Let fate decide. Mama did her best to show us love. Her and my father throwing hands until they showing blood. I hold a grudge trying to right my wrongs. You owe us pub. Man, all this stress got me at your neck like a shoulder shrug. Tell me what's up. Niggas that treat you like an amateur. Flow standard, oh no. And my shit dope. Anna Nicole. Damn, I'm just broke. But break fast. I'm the one these bitches scramble to know. My shit knocking like who that at the door. Okay, it's just me and my rap dreams. I'm with a black queen. I put the dick in her tummy. She sipping flat tea. Hey, they was gunning. We was running like the track team. My shit so dope. You never catch it like a crack fiend, nigga. Grip the steel like I'm Ezel. Hey, Debo, that's a female. Shit, if I fail, then we fail. My spirit ain't for retail, nigga. Yeah. Just feel me.
Beat number 2. Beat number 2. Let's go. It's beat number 3 coming up. DJ Wonder.
Let's get it.
Let him keep a tempo too. I want to hear these bars though.
All right, let's go.
I ain't never heard Nick on no shit
Come
like
on,
this.
let's do it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it bounce. Bounce. Armed and dangerous. Yeah, armed and dangerous. Hey, armed and dangerous. Yeah, you know my love like angel dust. Why nigga had to get fame to fuck? That's tainted love. Know a nigga keep the banger tough. Chrome lips on the whip, make a nigga hit the panga up. Girl, you riding with the gang or what? Even my hoe got a thing for her. Used to wonder why you ain't in cuffs until a dog nigga changed you up. Got the heart and the gift. It's an art to the shit, and them niggas got the pain from us. I go harder, flow Harvard. Don't bother, nigga. Even a lot ain't enough. I used to ride martyr, so I'm trained to bust. Got a paper touch, baby. Am I Bill Gates or what? Is it hate or love? Baby girl, you were made for love. I'm a slave for her. Take it off.
That's beat number 4. You got some more? Give him one beat. I want him to just flow on that beat. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45.
Turn that up. That's what I like.
Yeah. Let that rock out, Wonder. Let that rock out.
Okay, what's the price of fame when you trying to be a mogul? A bad boy with 3 hoes, so tell me what's the total? Don't come around these parts, we don't trust you, we don't know you. These niggas disappoint me like they mixed it with the soda, that's a stretch. Everything I write just make me feel like Sosa. Michael Corleone, need a script from Francis Coppola. Such a work of art, hang my scriptures at the moment. 9/11, fuck the roaster, took my Brooklyn bitch to roasters. Constant game from Zulu, music business guru. Came back to the ghetto, first album was too cool. I never cried about it, too real to complain. They gentrify the projects, you'll never feel my pain. Ever, nigga, they say that I got it, they just got you good. Boy, never overlook me, get you understood. Yeah, I got it out the mud, now I got some pull. If they throw me in the jungle, I can blend with wolves. Yeah, if I ain't your favorite rapper, bitch, I'm top 3. I know you see the real on me like a Pac T. Riding around with the long nose, I think I'm Shock G. I know these hoes fake by the way they swap me. Was big timing back when baby had the Crocs-Cs.
You got some more, Nick?
Come on.
All right, keep that beat going. Give it going.
Keep it going. Yeah. Yeah. And all you niggas jump out the window with all that fuck shit.
You like Trey from Boys in the Hood, Met Gala flyers. No, I don't need a stylist. My blood is deep rooted, Jimmy Fallon, niggas scatter. Success is overthinking shit that really matters. I get it, rappers, a pound of beats and a pinch of talent. Include your chain and your bitch, I too would be distracted. Banana boat killers with 9 millers to peel you backwards. Blazer on me like I'm in the fashion. Lassane Paris passion. Rappers die broke, but know the fame's everlasting. Clubber lane chain swing, I'm not the one to match with. Love if you nasty, ladies say she is sad, yes. We savages, get a competition, my ass to kiss. You motherfuckers ask for this. Smooth killers doing drive-bys, the Maxwell hits. Pretty wings on a new car, that classic shit. Bittersweet, I'm the perfect blend of class and ratchetness. Just think, they used to laugh at Nick. Blah.
Bars.
That was hard. That was hard?
Yeah, that was hard.
You might want a little too hard on you there, Nick.
No, that's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, you good?
Dubstep and everything.
Yeah,
we with it,
you got that. You was killing that dubstep. That might be next.
That's not good.
Yeah, hook him up with Afrojack.
Come on, man.
Steve Aoki, man.
Don't forget about the Tom Petty beat. Don't back down. You rolled that one.
That sounds dope, man.
Appreciate
it's a true MC right here.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It's a true MC right
man.
here. Nick Grant, ladies and gentlemen.
I just appreciate you, and I just want to say this: like without you, Heather B, Tracy G, and Sway, man, I wouldn't be the guy that I am without your platform. So I deeply appreciate it for real.
That's love, man.
Thank
That's
you,
love,
man.
Did you bring any gifts though?
Yeah, of course.
You got some gifts?
Right.
Okay, what you
Generous
You
gift
try to
bag.
set me up.
Yo, he brought gifts. Artists, when you come by here, Nick Grant brought gifts right here. I'm not sure what it is, but thank you, man. You know, I was going to play the Ode, but I think you guys should go get his project.
Sure.
And hear this song called The Ode with Sonia Elise. And it's an ode to hip hop, right?
Ode to hip hop, yes.
And similar to when Common did I Used to Love Her.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a little twist. I made hip hop answer me back, but I was definitely inspired by that record for sure.
Okay. It's an awesome record. When I listened to it, I had to go back twice to go, oh my gosh. And then when hip hop responded, that was so ill.
It was so dope. Shout out Sonia Elise on the record as well.
But I want to end with this track called Gucci Plug.
That's your joint.
Featuring Drum on it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
that's our
Drum.
homie. Drum's our homie, but
Yeah.
it sounds dope, man. You're doing something different with
Thank
this
you,
one.
man.
It's
Produced by Hit Boy. Shout out to
Hit Boy did
too.
this?
Yeah, Hit
Oh,
Boy
where
did
my
that.
man at? Where Hit Boy at? That's our family. Tell him
For
we
sure.
said what up.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Nick Grant Music. Follow him, citizens. Get at him. Get this new project, Dreamin Out Loud.
Dreamin Out Loud.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me.
Let's
That mean
keep,
a lot.
let's keep going, man.
Absolutely.
You only at your beginnings right now, bro.
For sure.
It's coming, all right? Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.